I'm in the boat where I'm getting ignored by my family and thrown under the bus by my family's attorney.
Why would he do that? Like, why?
Protect his client, because she's not their client.
So I'm just as mad.
Did they have a storage shed, Gabby, and
They had a storage locker.
Brian, do you know where it was?
I have no idea.
Do you know if what date your brother flew back, that your dad paid for the plane?
Didn't even know he paid for the plane.
Did he fly back?
Yes,
From
he flew back.
like around like what, the 17th or something? Around like the 17th or something, after the fight.
He got here on the 17th. I don't know what day he left.
Did you see him on that trip?
Yes.
What was discussed? Anything? Was he discussed about?
They were talking. He was telling me where they were going next. I FaceTimed with Gabby and the kids on that trip.
Did he say he got in a fight with Gabby? He didn't talk about that incident?
Just was a surprise to us, too.
Yeah. We're unfortunately in the dark as much as everybody else.
So, Brian, this takes us all the way back to allegedly August 17th, when they say Brian Laundrie flew back home to Florida. His sister saw him. That is information that we had not until tonight been able to corroborate if it is in fact true.
Yeah, these are sort of rumblings. A lot of this stuff that Cassie is saying are rumblings that we've been hearing about, that people on Twitter are constantly direct messaging me about, that we just haven't been able to confirm because the FBI has been so tight-lipped, and obviously no one from the family will ever talk to us. So it's very interesting to hear Cassie now confirming some of these tidbits. And also, I mean, she just said that her own family attorney, the words were, she feels thrown under the bus. So based on everything we're hearing, it sounds like there is some major infighting within the Laundrie family. The parents in the house behind me, who haven't come out in days now, clearly not on the same page as their daughter Cassie, who lives about 45 minutes from here.
And Cassie is saying, I am not talking to my parents. I've lost my brother, my parents. The FBI has told us not to talk. And if you're just joining us, the reason she and her husband came out is they wanted these protesters off of their lawn. Their kids are inside. It was for their own protection. And then for 20 minutes, she continued to answer questions about her brother, about the case, about what she knew. Another interesting thing that we learned from Cassie this afternoon, Brian, was that the couple had a storage locker that they shared. Cassie says she doesn't know where that is. We now have that clip when Cassie is asked, did Brian kill Gabby? Let's listen.
My parents' lawyer really screwed me over by saying that he just
Well, I
stopped
saw
by.
the comment that
he
came
did
in.
not just stop by on the way home, and I was livid, and I'm not speaking to anybody.
Yeah.
Do you think Brian killed Gabby?
I don't know. Silence was not guilt. Silence was
Well,
the
nobody
FBI
came here
telling us
until
not
the
to.
lie.
The sooner he's found, the sooner this is over for us.
Yes.
The sooner he is found, the sooner it is over for us. And just to go through what they just said there, Brian, she said, my parents' lawyer screwed me over. I'm livid and I'm not talking to him. Did Brian kill Gabby? I don't know. And silence is not guilt. The FBI has told us not to talk. Surprising that she did.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it totally caught me off guard tonight. I've been to Cassie's house several times, knocked on the door. We've put in requests to talk to her, and she hasn't talked to the media since that one interview very, very early on. And I think she must have just gotten fed up with these protesters. The neighbors were clearly fed up, and her husband just decided to come right out. And again, I just want to reiterate for people who are listening to this and maybe didn't catch the beginning. I mean, the person asking these questions, the man and the woman, these are protesters. These aren't reporters. These are protesters who were just out there protesting. She comes out and they started sort of getting the opportunity to ask these questions.
Mm-hmm. And all this happening, Brian, as the search for Brian Laundrie continues. I want to talk to you about your report today. You were in the middle of putting a piece together for tonight about a possible sighting in the Appalachian Trail. What can you tell us about where the search stands tonight and what we've learned?
So still no confirmed sightings of Brian Laundrie tonight, Marnie, but what we have been looking into is this report from a hiker along the Appalachian Trail right on the border of Tennessee and North Carolina. He says that he was hiking over the weekend, early Saturday morning, when he says he saw someone who he believes is Brian Laundrie in a white pickup truck. He says he's been following the case He knows what Brian Laundrie looks like. I talked to this guy. He's an engineer. He says he's detail-oriented. He says he is 99% sure that he saw Brian Laundrie. I spoke with him on the phone. His name's Dennis. This is what he told me. Okay, so basically what he told me was that that he was, again, 99% sure that it was him, that he's been in touch with the FBI, and that he actually plans to meet with the FBI either tomorrow or on Wednesday.
Brian, are they still searching the reserve? What's the status of that tonight?
So the reserve search is ongoing. The swamp, which is just a couple of miles from where we are, but it's scaled down massively. Today, we had a chopper up looking from the sky because that's really the only way to keep an eye on things there. And there was one airboat we spotted with a canine and a search crew on the airboat. So not as big a search as we saw last week when there were literally hundreds of people out there searching.
How about the scene outside the parents tonight and throughout the day? Has that changed?
It's been quiet out here. You know, they haven't come out all day long. They got one package delivery. The dad went to the screen door and quickly took it in. But they haven't been out of their house in days. And all I can wonder right now is what they must be thinking now that their daughter Cassie has come out and basically, you know, just spilled all these details about obviously stuff that they didn't want out.
Another new twist.